What's going on, Solid Steppers? It's Miss Ward coming to you from sunny afternoon, Florida. Hey, just want to give a shout out to all my mentees. You guys are doing phenomenal. Shout out to Pablo, Marcus, Justin, Brian, Nicole and Evan, Bianca, Wendo. Y'all doing the thing. Mr. Haywood, y'all doing the thing. I'm so proud of y'all, man. Y'all are really doing it, and I appreciate it. I appreciate how y'all make me get up and go get it. You guys inspire me. And Kirk, of course. So look, I'm going to have a little quick convo about technical. You know, a lot of people know Miss Ward for the business piece, but a lot of people don't understand how strong my technical background is. The only reason my background is strong at this point is because of my network. Let me just give a shout out to Richard Zilka. Like yesterday, I was able to guide one of my mentees through a schematic with no problem, and in a way that he understood, so that he can feel confident moving. You know, he called me, he was in a pinch, and first of all, I appreciate him being man enough to ask for help, you know, and being humble enough to ask for help. Because the one thing about Miss Ward, if I can't help you, I have a large enough network that I'm going to connect you with someone. That's the great part of being a part of my mentorship program. Shout out to because we don't read. You know what time it is, man. Houston better be popping, son. Anyway, getting back to it, and also my condolences to Mike Sneed. My condolences. My whole family sent our condolences, man. Be strong. That's what you do. But anyway, getting back to my topic at hand, technical. On the technical game, you got the only reason I was able to help him because I forced myself to buckle down and get schematics to the point that when I'm reading those wiring diagrams, it's no longer Greek. And if you just breathe and calm down and just take your time and follow the yellow brick road, baby, from L1 to L2, when you're working on an oven, stove, or range, and you got an issue with an oven not heating, you know how to track it down. You know how to look and see where it is. We were working on a whirlpool that was a problem because he had on the board there was 5, and then it was pin 1, pin 4, and P3 and P5, right? Now we had to go through that. Then we checked the resistance on the temp sensor because he was having an issue where he had changed the element was visibly broken, but he still wasn't, that bottom element wasn't heating, but the blower was heating. So he came to find out that the problem was there was no power coming from those 2 areas on the board where those relays were. Now at the end of the day, you know, when you break it down and explain to people that the board is just a big switch, because it really is, and then the relays is just a little switch too. You know, you got to understand, when it comes to schematics, we got loads and switches. That's it. What else is there? Like, really, you know? So at the end of the day, you just got to take your time, and you got to really grind and learn. That's why I always tell people, always be supplementing your technical piece. No, I don't want to be a tech the rest of my life, and I'm not knocking anybody that enjoy it and want to be. Let's get that straight. I'm a businesswoman, so I'm all about being able to be versed enough in an area, so when I get in the room and I'm dealing with big ballers and I'm in the process of going for government contracts or dealing with money, I got to be able to speak the language. That's how smart I am. That's because my goals are very different. But at the end of the day, I'm not knocking anybody that's growing their businesses and doing what they need to do, because at the end of the day, we all had to start somewhere, and your foundation needs to be rooted in something else. At the end of the day, I know at any time I can always get out here and grind and make this money, because I know what to do in appliance repair, and I know what my strong points are. I know how to advertise for those strong points, and I know how to run those funnels and get that work running right directly from my website, my Google page, and directly to my booking links. Like, I rarely even have to talk to customers, but this is how I have my system set up, and that's the name of the game. You guys are going to have to get automated, which goes back to WORKIZ. I would not have a very good booking link if it wasn't for my relationship with WORKIZ. I wouldn't be able to integrate my QuickBooks if it wasn't for WORKIZ. y'all gotta realize, as you look at moving a certain way, say your business is expanding, you want to go get loans, you got to be able to pull a P&L. If you're not using QuickBooks or some type of accounting software, you're not going to be able to do it. Now, y'all can't call yourself running a business if you don't know about P&L. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's easy to learn. At the end of the day, though, at some point, you can't be running off of your steam. You're going to have business credit. You're going to have a business plan. You're going to have some order. And that's the only thing I preach, is because at some point the business has a life it basically has its own social security number, which is the EIN. You should be able to build that up and never touch your own money. That's how I live. But that's how real businesses are run. They should always be separate. Your family, your personal stuff should always be protected. If y'all remember, somebody better look it up. I think Rockefeller said it. Control everything and own nothing. That means that everything was in trust or his business name, because that's how he was moving. He was able to take advantage of tax strategies, government programs, because he put things in what? His business name. So as a business, that's its own entity. It has its own life, and it has its own moves. And if you know, like I know, ain't no way you're going to be out here in the service industry and play small. Even in your little town or your little section or whatever you're doing, you need to dominate that. The only way you can dominate it is to understand, number one, what you're working on back and forth. And if you don't understand, have a network that you can go to that can get you out of those places, so you can sit down and triage with, and prep with, and get your game plan together like an idiot. Let's just keep it a buck. But I'm telling you, like I know, shout out to all my mentees. You guys are doing great. I'm very proud of you, and you inspire me. And that's all I got to say about that. So on that note, I'm going to get up off here because I got so much going on. I really am trying to throw these videos up, continue to inspire people. But I mean, for me to even share with y'all, your mouths will be hitting the floor. I'm being blessed in all directions. So at the end of the day, to whom much is given, much is expected. So there are other areas in my enterprises that I have to pay attention to. So unfortunately, I haven't been able to put out the videos the way I like. Of course, I'm doing a full workout thing with my personal trainer. He's trying to kill me. But at the end of the day, health is wealth. Like, that's another thing. Get your health together, y'all, because you can't get out here grinding and you didn't get I keep trying to tell y'all, we don't create businesses to slave and to create a job. We create businesses for generational wealth, to take that tool to get into other arenas and excel. At least that's my thought process. What's yours? In fact, do you even have one? How about that? But anyway, y'all know I love you, solid steppers. If anybody needs a consultation, you're stuck in your business, you don't know where you're going or what the hell you're doing, hey, we all been there. Check the links in the description. I'm always open for a consult. Talk to you later. Be blessed.